So everyone is ready, guys. Everyone is ready.
Yes, sir.
Done. So let's go for a QA session, and please set your answers directly to me. Okay, in the Zoom chat, set your answers directly to me. Fine. Right. Can you tell me what and all SQL Server versions are there?
And SQL Server 97 in
No,
Microsoft.
no, 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 no. Please type your answers. Type your answers in the chat.
Okay.
Directly to me. Okay. Right. I will give you 1 minute time, guys. Till now I got 10 answers. Right? Okay, fine. Let me check the answers. Okay, Gayatri, 7, 2005, 8, 8, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. Very good. Microsoft version, Windows version. Ravikiran, SQL means SQL. There is no Microsoft and Windows. Okay. If I ask Windows servers, I'll clearly ask Windows server versions. I asked about SQL server versions, right? So Microsoft only. Microsoft SQL Server only. That's fine. Supraja 97, 21. Okay, fine. Prasanna, fine. Imtiaz, fine. 16, 17, 19, 22. Okay. 2017, 19, 22. Okay, Gayatri 2000. Okay, no problem. Mike, okay, fine. And Mali 97, 5, 8, 8 R to 12, 14, 16. Okay. 19, 22. Okay. 1922 and 1922, yeah, fine. Okay, so SQL set 2000, you can consider it from 2000. Okay, SQL set 2000, 2000. No more answers, please, Monica. SQL set 2000, SQL set 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. Okay, these are the SQL Server versions. Can you tell me what and all Windows Server versions are there quickly? Right, okay. I got 11 answers till now. Okay, let me check the answers. Right, okay. And okay, Prithvi. Okay. Venkateshwarlu, 97, 2025, 8 after 12, 14, 16, 17, 19. I don't know what is this answer for Venkateshwarlu, so you answered for SQL Server versions. Okay. Fine. Supraja, 2000, 2003, 8, 8 after 12, 16, 19. Okay. 12 R2 is missing, Supraja. Gayatri, 2000, 2003, 8, 8 R2, 12, 12 R2, 2016, 19. Very good. Prasanna, 2000, 2003. Yeah, 2008, 8 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19, very good. RK, 97, again 97 RK, Ravikiran. So you said SQL Server versions, okay? Those are not Windows Server versions. Prudvi, 2000, 2003, 8, 8 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19, 22, very good. Sandeep Patnaik. Guys, once I told the answer, don't type your answers. Done, completed. Okay, still I can see some of you people are typing the answers. Once I'm reading the answers, please don't type the answers. There is no meaning typing the answers. Why? Because you people are typing by knowing the answer. What is the use of typing the answers now? Okay, once that question is closed, don't type the answers. Paidipog Mohanras, 2000 T 3 8 R2 12 12 R2 16 19 22 Maunis 2003. Okay, fine. Windows Server 2000. Okay, Imtiaz. Okay, Windows 2000. Suhaib. So you mentioned Windows 10 and Windows 11. So those are desktop versions. Okay, Windows 10 and Windows 11. Those are desktop versions. And Windows 2000, Windows 2012. In between we have multiple versions: 2000, 2003, 8, 8R2, 2012, 12R2, 2016, 2019 and 2022. Okay, Windows Server versions. Fine, Shruti and Monica. Okay, fine. Right, Surendra, Krista, and 3.0. Very good. And Lokesh, 2008, 14. Do we have 2014, Lokesh? Do we have 2014 Windows Server? Do we have 2014 Windows Server? We don't have 2014 Windows Server. Okay, so again, Windows Server 2000, 2003, 8, 8R2, 12, 12R2. After that, 2016, then 19, then finally 2022. Okay, chalo. So now, okay, so let me open the notepad. Right, right. Okay, so on what Windows Server operating system I can install SQL Server 2008? Don't tell your answers. Okay, just type your answers in the chat directly to me. SQL Server 2008. And what and all Windows Server versions I can install SQL Server 2008? Okay, 10 answers. Chalo, that's it, guys. Okay, don't type your answers now. I'm going to check the answers. Uh, Mike 10.50. Oh, okay, Mike. I'm not asking bill number, Mike. Okay. Let me tell you the answer. Okay, Windows Server versions, right? -7 to +7, -7 to +7, right? So -7 of 2008 is 2001 to +7 of 2008 means 2015, right? So in this range, what and all Windows Server operating systems are there? 2000 we have 2003 we have 2008 we have 8R2 we have 12 we have 12R2 we have, and that's it guys. Okay, on all these versions we can install SQL Server 2008. Okay, fine. Malli and Girija, I don't consider answers. Okay, fine. And Elia Tagaram, okay, okay, Mike, right? So very good, Imtiaz. Supraja 2000 2003. Supraja, is it clear now how it will be? Supraja, hello Supraja, can you hear me? I can't hear you, Supraja. Is it clear? Still you are having any doubts, Supraja? No problem, tell me. I'll explain again if you have doubts. So you said 2000 and 2003. Like 2003 is okay, but 2000, okay, we are not going to like install. We cannot install 2008 on Windows or 2000. Okay, Gayatri 2003 8 8 R 12 12 R 2. Okay, Prasanna fine. Okay, 3 8 12 12 R 2. Okay, Mohanraj, okay, fine. Surendra, 2000, Surendra, okay, fine. 2003, 8, 8 out to 12, 12 out to fine. Shruti, 2002 to 2012, okay, that's okay, but again, I need all the versions, Shruti, okay, try to mention all the versions, okay, between 2000 to 2012. Sandeep, okay, okay, fine. And Ravikiran, 2003. Again, Ravikiran, you are confusing. We don't have 2005, okay? We don't have Windows Server 2005. In SQL Server, we have 2005. In Windows Server, we don't have 2005, okay? And yeah. Shruti, it's not like 2001 is not there, so we can consider 2000. No, in between this, whatever versions are there, you have to mention those versions only. 2001 is not there. So 2015 is not there. Can you consider 2016? No, right? You cannot consider like that. In between, what and all Windows Server versions are there, you have to mention those Windows Server versions. Okay. So in case if it is there, that's okay. If it is not there, that's fine. Okay. Chalo. Next, guys. What is the bill number for SQL Server 2019? Type your answers quickly. We don't have time. Bill number for SQL Server 2019. Just major version and minor version is enough. Quickly. Bill number for SQL Server 2005. Sorry, SQL Server 2019. 12 answers I got till now. 12 answers. Mm-hmm. 15 answers, 16 answers. Come on, guys, we don't have time. 17. Okay, chalo. 19 and 20, 21. Chalo, guys, okay? Locked. So don't type your answers now. Fine, okay. And Prasanna. Shruti 14.0, that's okay. Just check that versions again and build numbers. I guess yesterday you missed the class, right? So that's fine. Check the versions again. 14.0 is the wrong answer. And 15, 15, 15.0, 15, Gayatri, Imtiaz 15, Krista 15, very good. Moni 15, Prudvi 15, 15, Supraja, Malli 15, Shruti 15, okay, fine, good. Mauni, is this Mauni, Manu, Maunia? How to pronounce your name? How to pronounce your name? Mauni?
Monica.
Maunika. It is showing Maunia's 925. So
Okay, I will rename it.
fine, fine, no issues, no issues. So Sandeep 15, 150, Shoaib 15, very good. Prasanna 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Girija, what is this no bill number? Girija. Okay, guys, I am not pointing anyone, but again, it's my responsibility to correct you. Why there is no bill number for SQL Sir 2019? You mentioned no bill number, right? Why there is no bill number for SQL Sir 2019?
19.
Sorry?
Sir, I can hear 15. Yes. I can get from your questions on the SQL Server 2015, I think.
No, 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 there is no SQL Server 15. Okay, so no, no, no. I am asking about SQL Server 2019. 2019, okay? SQL Server 2019. Chalo, fine, guys. So next, can you tell me the structure of the build number? How many parts it will be? What and all those parts? This is the last question, final question. We'll close the QA session and then we'll jump
This is
into.
four types, sir.
Sorry.
This is four types.
Now you type your answers. Type your answers.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
can you repeat the question?
Can you tell me the structure of the build number? How many parts it contains and what and all?
Four.
Yes, yes.
Major dot in.
Type your answer. Type your answer. Type your answer.
I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, please. Please continue.
Only mention names and numbers.
Sorry for? No, no, no. Just I need names. Okay, the structure of the bill number.
This is four types, major and
No, no,
type.
no. Type your answer. Type your answer.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, chalo. Right, okay. So got 15 answers, guys. Locked. Okay, so don't type your answers now. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, main version. Gayatri, main version means major version. Okay, lower version. Gayatri gave a different definition. Main version, lower version, actual bill number, revision history. Very good. But major version, minor version. Okay, major version, minor version, actual bill number, revision history. Major, minor, actual. Okay, Prasanna. Mohan, major, minor, actual bill number, revision history. Major, minor, actual bill number, revision. Okay, fine. Fine, guys. Very good. I'm happy. You people are at least trying to learn the things. Okay. So let's jump into the session now. So yesterday we discussed about this versions, SQL Server versions, okay, Windows Server versions. We discussed about the bill number. We discussed about the what I can say CTP, RC, RTM, right? CTP, RC, RTM, and we discussed about this what I can say where is this bill numbers and binaries folders and all we discussed, right? And we discussed about the platform dependent, platform independent and all. So from which version you can tell the answers, from which version it is a platform independent, guys? Yes, okay. From which version is a platform independent? From which version?
2006.
2000?
17, 19, 22.
After 2016.
2017 onwards, 2017 onwards, not 2016. 2017 onwards, SQL Server is a platform independent.
2017, 19, 22.
22, yes. 2017 onwards, you can install SQL Server on
SQL Server
servers and you can
Linux.
install SQL servers on Linux also. Okay, so we can install SQL servers on different operating systems from 2017 onwards. Chalo, we discussed about build format, build number format and all. Okay. Now we'll discuss additions and components. Then we'll slowly jump into this. What is SQL? What is RDBMS? What is how the RDBMS will store the data? In which format it is going to store the data? We'll discuss. Okay. Fine. So Gayatri and Prasanna, not from 2016, from 2017 onwards. Okay. It's a platform independent, right? So additions. What is meant by addition? Okay. What is meant by addition? Additions means limitations. Very simple definition is limitations to the features. limitations to the features, guys. Additions means limitations to the features. Okay, let me give you a example how it will work. So I'll show you here. Now we are using Zoom, right? Zoom paid version, licensed version. So let me show you here. Okay, if you go to Zoom licensing, okay, I want to imagine I want to take license of Zoom. Okay, this Zoom is a meeting software, right? So I want to take the license of Zoom. So if you want to go to this Zoom licensing programs and all, you can see there are different plans. Okay, basic plan, pro plan, business plan, and enterprise plan, guys. Basic, pro, business, enterprise plan. If you see here, if you go for basic, which is free, you will get these features only. What are those features? Meetings up to 40 minutes. Means you can conduct meetings up to 40 minutes only. If you go for a free plan, you can conduct meetings up to 40 minutes and up to maximum 100 attendees can attend. Whiteboard and all, team chat and all, these are some extra features. If you go for pro plan, okay, yearly you have to pay 13,200 and up to 30 hours of meeting, one meeting. This is one meeting up to 40 minutes, and here one meeting up to 30 hours, continuous meeting. Now we are taking 2.5 hour session, right? Like that we can take 30 hours of meeting. Means here in the free plan you are getting a 40 minutes meeting. In the pro plan we are getting 30 hours of meeting. 100 attendees, whiteboard, team chat, and extra cloud storage and new essential apps. Any apps are there. If you go for business plan, 18,000 per year, you can see 30 hours, 300 attendees. Here 100 attendees, here you can see 300 attendees. And again some extra features, extra SSO managed domain. Yes, please, any questions? Any questions? iPhone, please rename your name. What is your name? Let me know, I'll rename you.
Office Chenmark.
Office, okay, office, let me, office, done. Okay, right, okay. So here you can see extra feature, you are getting SSO managed domain and all. If you go for enterprise program, what is that plan, you can see extra, you are getting 1000 attendees, here 100 attendees, here 100 attendees, here 300 attendees, here 1000 attendees, and extra you are getting phone, full featured RBX, translated captions, rooms. Why we are discussing all these things means, here features will be there, but Zoom will give you different level of features in different plans. If you choose basic plan, you will get different plans. Basic means free, right? So he don't give all the features in the free plan. Why? Because he is a software, he is maintaining one software, he will have employees, he will have a company, so he has to invest on the company and all, right? So he cannot give free, complete software he cannot give for free. So what he is going to do, he is going to take some money and he is going to unlock some features, and again he is going to take extra money he is going to unlock extra features, and finally you can see enterprise, you can see extra features you will get. It means features will be there, but he is going to limit the features based on the amount you are paying. He is going to limit the features based on the amount you are paying. Editions also same, guys. We have different editions in the SQL server. What is meant by an edition? Edition means limitations to the features. We have different editions in SQL server. We have, okay, express edition, we have valuation edition, we have developer edition, we have standard edition, we have enterprise edition, and apart from that we have compact edition, we have data center edition. Different editions are there. Okay, so mostly you can, okay, in the organization mostly we'll touch all these editions, guys. In the organization mostly we'll touch all these editions, right? We have different editions also, but we'll work on these editions. Express edition is free, guys, this is free, but there is a challenge with this express edition. What is the challenge? The database size cannot be more than 10 GB, and there is no SQL server agent. If there is no SQL server agent, how can you schedule the jobs? If you cannot schedule the jobs, how can you take the backups regularly? Clear, guys? Like basic plan. See here, the basic plan, every 40 minutes meeting will be closed automatically. In the same way, in the Express edition, we have Express edition is completely free. And remember one thing, free editions you cannot install on the production servers. Always remember this thing, free editions you cannot install on the production servers. Okay, free editions you cannot install on the production servers. Then evaluation edition is free for 6 months. Evaluation edition is free for 6 months, but again we have some limitations here. Again, free means you cannot install on the production servers. Developer edition up to SQL Server 2016, developer edition is not free. Developer is not free. From SQL Server 2017 onwards, developer edition is free. Onwards, developer edition is free. Okay, dev edition is free. So because of this, recently means in the year of 2017, I guess Microsoft decided, okay, chalo, we'll give developer edition for free. Okay, so developer edition is an excellent edition, guys. Okay, all the features will work, but the limitations will be number of CPU cores and number of what is that capacity of RAM. Okay, here what is the problem with the developer edition? You cannot go the, first of all, it is free, right? If it is free, you cannot install it on the production servers. Always, if any edition is free editions you cannot install it on the production servers. That is one drawback. Second thing is, here the maximum number of databases we can create 32,000, but the thing is the capacity, max size of the database is different. Maximum size of the database, there will be a limitations on the maximum size of the database, and there will be limitations on the CPU cores that you are using. So that's why for big applications, developer edition is not enough. For very big applications, for critical applications and all, you cannot use this developer edition. Where I can use this developer edition? You can use this developer edition in the lower environments, guys. You can use this developer edition in the lower environments. Believe me, earlier, generally, what will be the cost of the SQL server? What will be the cost of the SQL server, guys? What will be the cost of the SQL server? Can anyone guess? No? 2015. 12. What is the cost, guys? Can you guess it?
Approximate $100.
Huh? Approximate $100. Huh? Okay, fine. No problem.
Maybe
You just guess.
1 lakh.
1 lakh, huh? Okay, fine.
I don't know, 1 lakh.
It will be 8K to 9K dollars. Okay, not Indian rupees. 9K means how much in Indian currency? 9 into 8. 9 8 ja? How much? How much, guys? 9 8 ja?
72.
7 lakhs 20,000. Around 7 to 8 lakhs, guys. One licensing cost is around 7 to 8 lakhs. And again, you have to buy license for Windows Server also. That is around 4K to 5K. Okay, dollars. Okay, and around, see, if you want to maintain one SQL server, it will cost you around 10 to 12 lakhs, guys. If you want to maintain one SQL server with one Windows machine, it will cost you around 10 to 12 lakhs. Okay, so what Microsoft did is developer edition gave it for free. Earlier, imagine in our organization, believe me, we are managing 9,000 servers, guys. We are managing 9,000 servers for multiple applications. 9,000, believe me, very big environment. Out of this 9,000 servers, we are managing 4,000 servers on non-prod servers. Non-prod servers, we are managing 4,000 servers. Okay, 4,000 servers out of 9,000, 4,000 servers are non-prod servers. So earlier, my company is used to pay. Earlier, developer edition is not free. Okay, you have to pay license. But when compared to enterprise, developer edition is having less license fees and all. So earlier, we used to pay licensing for 4,000 servers, guys. Earlier, before 2017, we use it to pay licensing for 4,000 servers. 4,000 into, imagine 5 lakhs, average 5 lakhs, how much? 4,000 into 5 lakhs, you cannot even calculate also. 5 lakhs into 1,000, how much? 5 lakhs. 50 lakhs into 100, 5 crores into 10, 50 crores. Like that, 4,000, 4 into 50, 200 crores annually. Annually 200 crores we are going to pay licensing fee for 4,000 non-prod servers. When Microsoft, okay, announced this developer edition is completely free, then my company saved almost 2,200 crores, guys, believe me. So complete non-prod servers, like developer edition is free from 2017 onwards. So what we did is, like, from, in case if the version is lesser than 2017, immediately we migrated to 2017, guys. If we have 2008, if we have 2012 developer editions and all, we immediately migrated to 2017. So we are going to save a lot of money, right? So Microsoft, okay, made this developer edition is free from SQL Server 2017 onwards. But again, there are some limitations in terms of database size, in terms of number of CPU cores and all. Okay, chalo. Next is standard edition. So you can use these two editions on the production environments. Standard edition and enterprise edition. You can use, especially enterprise edition, mostly on the production servers. You can see enterprise edition. Enterprise edition is a kind of a enterprise plan. All the features will be unlocked. All the features will be unlocked in the enterprise edition. Whatever features are there will be unlocked. There is no limitations on number of databases, number of database sizes, number of CPU cores. All the features will be unlocked in the enterprise edition, but licensing cost is also more. It's high in the for enterprise edition, guys. So standard and enterprise, can I install these two on my non-prod servers? Can I install standard? The developer is a free, you cannot install on the production servers. A free product you cannot install it on the production servers. But can I install a paid products on the non-prod servers? Guess it, guys. Guess it. Guess it. Yes or no?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah. The answer
Because
is
it's not free.
yes. The answer is yes, we can. So why? Who don't want money? Microsoft also think the same way. Yes, if you are paying money, do whatever you want. Install wherever you want. I don't have any concerns. So you are paying money to standard edition and enterprise edition. So there is no problem. You can install in the non-prod editions, in non-prod servers also. These are some mistakes, guys, people will do. They use it to install standard edition and enterprise edition on the non-prod servers, so that your company has to pay money. So don't install standard and enterprise edition on non-prod servers. Nothing will happen, but your company will pay money, extra money to the Microsoft. Never ever install these paid versions, okay, on non-prod servers, guys. Your company has to pay money to the Microsoft. Better use developer edition, which is free, and that is enough, guys. Developer edition is free for non-prod servers, and prod servers you can either use standard edition or enterprise edition, guys. Okay, fine. Any questions, any doubts here? Any doubts, guys? Chalo, okay. So let's, what we can do now, so we'll discuss about some SQL, okay. So what is SQL and all, what is an RDBMS, what is a table, we'll discuss these things. Then we'll try creating VMs, okay. Virtual machines we'll create today. In the evening session we'll create virtual machine. I'll explain what is a virtual machine, what is a physical machine and all, and then we are going to create a VM, and then we'll install Windows operating system today, guys. Okay, today we are
I have a small doubt.
Yes, please.
Can you please tell about this production servers and prod servers and non-prod servers terminology? Examples.
Examples means
Understanding examples.
what examples? See, production environment means, see, live application, you can see this is the live, okay. When you open an Amazon application, so it should store in some databases, right? Whatever data it is there, here you can see this data has to be stored in one database, right? So the backend database for a live application is called a production servers.
Okay.
Point. Whatever live application you can see, now you are able to use PhonePe, you are able to use Google Pay, you are able to use WhatsApp. Those are live applications. People are using, public is using those applications. So whatever databases, so definitely each application will have database Without database, there is no application. Okay, why? Because you are going to save the data, right? Where you will save the data? In database only, right? So whatever database servers that are linked to the live application, that is called a production environment, very critical environment. If your production is down, your Amazon will be down. If Amazon is down, Jeff Bezos is going to lose a lot of money. He is going to lose the business. He is going to lose the revenue. The databases, the servers that are associated with the live application is called a production environment. Clear now? Yeah.
Clear. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes, please.
Yesterday, we discussed about the platform dependent and platform independent.
Correct.
Exactly what is that means?
See, dependent means it is going to depend on one platform. Platform dependent means it is going to depend on one platform. Platform means what here? Exactly what is the meaning of platform? Platform means where you are installing SQL Server. On which platform you are installing SQL Server, right? So platform dependent means till SQL Server 2016, you have to install SQL Server only on Windows operating systems. Till 2016, it's a dependent. The dependency is Windows operating system. You can install SQL servers only on Windows operating system. Means SQL Server is depending on the Windows operating system. That's why it is called platform dependent. From 2017 onwards, there is no dependency. Either you can install it on the Windows OS or you can install it on the Linux OS. That is called platform independent. It is not depending on any particular platform. Either you can install it on Windows operating system or you can install it on a Linux operating system. So from 2017 onwards, platform independent. Either of the OS you can use to install your SQL Server. Clear?
Okay, clear.
Thank you. Any other questions, guys? No problem. If you stuck it somewhere, just let me know. I'll help you. No problem, guys. Again, don't hesitate to ask the questions and don't mind. People they don't know your face, okay? So don't mind if I ask this question. People will, think in a different way. No, so people don't know. That's why we are attending the session, right? No problem. You can ask.
Once again, repeat it, Shanmugh. The platform.
Platform dependent means what example I can give here? Platform dependent. So guys, can you install earlier iPhones? Generally, I don't know. Earlier, not now. Earlier iPhones is not going to support PhonePe and GPay applications, guys. Why? And now also, iPhone doesn't support all the applications. Why?
Features are not supported.
Features means that platform is not
security
supported.
reasons.
Security reasons.
Security reasons, something like that. Okay, so that platform is not supported. Okay, if you want to install any other applications, generally iPhone don't support. iPhone will support a trusted applications only. Means iPhone operating system, it don't allow other applications to install. Okay, so in the same way we have SQL Server, right? SQL Server, generally SQL Server is an application. So this application, if you want to install this application, we should have one operating system. This is clear, right? This point is clear, I hope. Okay, if you want to install any application, we should have one platform. That platform is called OS. Okay, that platform is called OS, guys. Right. So we have different types of operating systems in the market. We have Windows operating system, Ubuntu, Linux, CentOS, different types of iOS. We have different types of operating systems. So till 2016, you can install SQL Server on. Till 2016, you can install SQL Server on Windows operating systems only. Means your SQL Server is depending on the Windows operating system. Without Windows operating system, you cannot install the SQL Server. Is this point clear? I need a response. Those who asked the question, I need a response.
That means Windows only supported to install SQL Server,
Correct.
right?
Till 2016, only Windows is supported. You cannot
Okay.
install up to 2016. You cannot install SQL Server on other operating systems like Ubuntu, Linux, CentOS, and all. You cannot install on other operating system. iOS also. iOS is
Okay,
an
understood.
Apple products use iOS, right? So from 2017 onwards, that is the drawback, guys. Why? Because if you want to install SQL Server, you have to pay licensing for SQL Server. You have to pay licensing for Windows Server also, right? 2 times you are paying licensing, right? So that's a
Yes.
drawback. Then what Microsoft did is, okay, chalo, from 2017 onwards, we'll make this platform independent. Platform independent. So what is the problem here? What is the advantage here? You can install SQL Server on Windows operating system if you want. No, I want on Linux. You can install it on Linux also. So Linux operating system is completely free. So again, no need to pay any money for the operating system. You can only pay licensing for the SQL Server. On multiple, till 2016, you can install a SQL Server on only Windows operating system, only one operating system. From 2017 onwards, you can install it on multiple operating systems, Windows and Linux operating system. So it is a independent. It's not depending on any platform. Either you can use Windows operating system or you can use Linux operating system.
Okay. That means mixed platforms. There is no dependency.
Yes. There is no dependency of platform.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions, guys, here? Chalo. So let's discuss about this SQL RDBMS and all. Okay. So what is an RDBMS? RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Relational Database Management System. So yesterday we discussed about the modes. Okay. The softwares or the storage devices. Okay, yesterday we discussed about the storage devices, how database came into the picture. Before database we have Excel sheets, then flat files. Before database we have Excel sheet, then flat files, then before flat files we have pages. Okay, before pages we have leaves. Before leaves we have the stones and all, right? In the same way, that is like where you are going to store the data. Okay. Now, how you are going to store the data? RDBMS means how you are storing the data. Okay. So in which format you are going to store the data? That is called your RDBMS. So now we are using an RDBMS software, RDBMS methodology to store the data. I'll explain what is this RDBMS again. So before RDBMS, we have one system called DBMS. Okay, before RDBMS, we have one system called DBMS. We used to store the data in the format of DBMS, Database Management System. Before RDBMS, we used to store the data in the form of Database Management System. Okay, so what happened? What is the problem? What are the challenges? Before DBMS, we have some other modes like bus, something like a tree structure. Data is going to be stored in the form of tree structure and all. Okay, so leaf level will be there. Okay, tree structure, in the form of tree structure, they are going to use it. They use it to store the data. So different structures they use it to store. Bus structure, topology, different topologies are there. Okay, so here, what are the challenges with all these methods? Means data retrieving is not so fast, guys. Data retrieving is not so fast. So that's why they slowly developed a DBMS, then they slowly developed a RDBMS software, RDBMS methodology. RDBMS is a methodology that how we are storing the data in the database. Database is a storage area, whereas RDBMS is a structure or the way you are storing the data in the database. So in the database, how we are storing the data? In the form of tables. In the form of tables. Any RDBMS software, you are going to store the data in the form of tables. Actually, table structure is introduced in DBMS itself. Table structure is introduced in the DBMS itself. Okay, we'll go for tables. If you use tables, then we can store lot of data, and while retrieving also it's easy to retrieve the data. So they started using table format to store the data. Then professor ef card Professor ef card, father of rdbms, we can say father of rdbms. Then what he did is, okay, you are storing the data in the form of tables, that's fine, that's good, but what is the challenge here? If you see, generally, for example, if I ask you to create one student table, what and all details you are going to track it, guys? If I asked you to create a student table, what details you will track it? Student ID,
Student
name,
name,
mobile number, tell me.
Student mark,
Marks,
hall tickets,
right?
Student address,
Right?
percentage,
Percentage,
branch,
bench,
percentage, branch,
and roll
Date
number.
of birth.
roll number, okay, done. Next,
Section.
Okay.
next,
Session.
what is that? Section, okay, section. Next,
Percentage हो गए.
done. Contact number, okay. Next,
student email ID,
email ID, very good. Next,
Phone number.
phone number, done. Contact number, done. Next,
Communication address.
Okay.
communication address, okay. Next,
That is enough.
Father name, parent name.
father name, okay, very good. Mother name, okay.
Mother name.
Age,
Everyone is
Yes.
forgetting one important column.
age,
gender,
Yes, in each batch, people will forget this important column.
gender, sir.
Gender, okay, fine. Inka?
Gender.
Next, very important column. I love that column. What is that?
serial
Address.
number.
Huh?
Address. Location.
Fee.
Fee
How
structure.
can you forget fee, man? Very important, okay. So see here, we can keep tracking all these details, guys. See, the table will becoming more and more, it's going to become a big table. Now what is the challenge? While retrieving the table, the whole table is going to load inside the memory. The whole table is going to load inside your RAM. So what is the challenge here? If the table is very big, it will take lot of time to retrieve the data. Got the point? Table size is going to be big, right? So you cannot create multiple tables and all, whatever details. And one more challenge is retrieving will be slow. Second challenge is security. A person, if one person can see this particular table, he can see all the columns, right? Security won't be there in the biggest tables and all. If the table size is big, main problem is while loading this table inside the memory RAM, okay, it will take lot of time to retrieve the data. Second is everyone can see the data, all the columns, which is not good. Okay, so there is no security. So that is the main challenge. So that's why what ef card proposed, okay, what you people are doing is good. Do like this, create small tables, create small tables, okay, and create a relationship between those tables using a common column. Okay, so whatever you want, you can read only those tables. Okay, so people depends, if you belongs to financial department, you can see the fees of the particular student. If you belongs to some other like department, maintenance department, you can see his address and all to inform. So using a common column, what we are going to do here, we are building a relationship between the tables using a common column. So I can use student ID, right? One common column can be a student ID. So next time if you are referring any table using this common column, you can refer, right? So student ID will be there here and remaining details, student ID, remaining details, student ID, remaining details. So using a common column, you are building a relationship between these three tables. Earlier the same one big table, now three small tables with relation. So now by loading these small tables in the memory, it can retrieve data quickly. So ef card proposed this DBMS database management system, RDBMS relational database management system, create small tables and create a relationship between the tables so that it is easy to retrieve and security also will be improved. So that is called an RDBMS. format, guys. RDBMS is a format how you are storing the data inside a database. In RDBMS, we are going to store the data in the form of guys,
Tables.
tables, okay, in the form of tables. So where there is a relationship between the tables, so that is called your relational database management system. RDBMS stands for relational database management system. RDBMS is the basis for SQL and for all modern database systems like RDBMS. This methodology will be followed by Microsoft SQL Server, IBM DB2, Oracle also will follow the same methodology, MySQL also will follow the same methodology, and Microsoft Access is also one database software. This will also follow the same methodology. A relational database management system is a database management system that is based on the relational model which was introduced by EF Cod, Okay, right. What is SQL? As discussed yesterday, SQL means structured, S means structured, Q means query, L means language. It's a structured query language. How we are communicating using English language? We are going to communicate with the database using this language. Okay, we are going to communicate with the database using this language. SQL is a language to operate databases. It includes database creation, deletion, fetching rows, modifying rows, etc. SQL is an ANSI language, American National Standards Institute, but there are many different versions of SQL language as discussed yesterday. We discussed, right, we have different versions, different flavors of SQL. Okay, we have different languages, right, in India. People can talk Telugu, can speak Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, English, Hindi, lot of languages we have, Bengali, Kannada, so lot of languages, right? In the same way, we have different flavors in SQL. See, Sanskrit is mother of all the languages, right? So in the same way, SQL is mother of all the SQL languages. So using this SQL language, so Microsoft used in a different way. They just developed the SQL language and they named it as a T-SQL language. And Oracle took the same SQL code, they developed their own code, they designed their own code that becomes an Oracle SQL. MS Access will use JetSQL. The mother is SQL only, but Microsoft designed in a separate way, which is T-SQL. Oracle developed in a separate way, which is PLSQL. In the same way, other database softwares also developed their own SQL. So Microsoft SQL is called as a T-SQL, Transact SQL. SQL is a structured query language, which is a computer language for storing, manipulating, retrieving data stored in a relational database. SQL is a language which is going to use to store the data, to manipulate the data, and to retrieve the data that is stored in a relational database. Got it, guys? If the data is stored in a relational database, to retrieve the data, to store the data, to change the data, to alter the data, we'll use some commands. That commands are called SQL commands or SQL language. SQL is the standard language for relational database system. All the relational database management systems like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, Postgres, and SQL Server use SQL as their standard database language. Also, they are using different dialects such as T-SQL, Microsoft, Oracle use PLSQL, MS Access version of SQL is called JetSQL, guys. Do we need to learn all these things? Not required. I told you, right, in SQL we have two different streams. If you go for developer, you have to learn T-SQL, you should be good in T-SQL. If you go for DBA, it's good to have some knowledge on T-SQL like create queries, alter queries, select queries. It's good to have some knowledge. In T-SQL we have functions, we have stored procedures, we have triggers, we have joins, okay, and we have views, okay. So we have different concepts are there in T-SQL. We are not going to touch T-SQL here. We'll completely touch SQL DBA. It's good. If you know SQL, T-SQL and SQL DBA, you will become an application DBA. Very, very demand. That application DBA now means if you have T-SQL knowledge plus SQL DBA knowledge, that is called application DBA. That is a hot profile in the market, guys. Very demand is there. If you are able to learn programming, you can learn T-SQL, and then you can learn SQL DBA, that is your application DBA and all. Sometimes you will get a calls from Naukri, so we are looking for application DBA. Application DBA means what? You should be good in T-SQL, you should be good in SQL DBA also. So that is called, generally developers will have T-SQL. If you are good in T-SQL means you can apply for a developer position. So developers will have a lot of, it's like a good package you will get it, guys. For 3 years itself, they will give 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs also for developers. Okay, fine. Any questions here? Right, what is the table? I told you, right, in RDBMS, how we are going to store the data? In the form of tables, table format. The data will be stored in the form of tables, guys. What is a table? Just normal definition.
Table is nothing but columns and rows.
Very
That is
good,
called
very
table.
good. That's it. Table is nothing but a columns and rows, guys. Okay, table is nothing but a columns and rows. The data in an RDBMS is stored in database objects which are called as tables. The data in an RDBMS is stored in database objects which are called as tables. This table is basically a collection of related data entries. This table is basically a collection of related data entries, and it consists of numerous columns and rows. It consists of numerous columns and rows. Okay, remember, a table is the most common and simplest form of data storage in a relational database. The following is actually, this is an employee table. They mentioned it's a customer table. It's not a customer table, it's an employee table. See here, if you see here, this is your horizontal. You can see here, what is the row here? Snipping and 1 minute. I have to use snipping tool. I have this in it. So if you see here, okay, this is called one. What is this, guys?
Row.
One row. Okay, the horizontal entity is called a row. Horizontal entity is called a row. The vertical entity is called column.
Columns.
So table is a collection of related data entries, and table is a collection of rows and columns. So you can call this as a table. Okay, this is one row, this is one row, this is one row. Like that, how many rows are there? 7 rows. Horizontal entity is called row or record. A horizontal entity is called row or record. A vertical entity is called column or field. A vertical entity is called column or field. Guys, is it clear? A vertical entity is called column or field. A horizontal entity is called row or a record. Is it clear, guys? Clear? Any questions here, please?
No, clear.
Right? Fine. So let me go to next.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sir, what is schema?
What is schema?
Yes.
No, we'll discuss it later. I am going to cover you, don't worry. Schema, simply definition is, schema is a container. Okay, we have a logical structure and physical structure. I'll explain it while discussing about the database. Logical structure means how logically you are storing the data. Okay, so in the database, the containers will be there. The container is called a schema. Okay, so schema is a container. In schema, we'll create tables. That is a logical structure of a table. Okay. Again, if you go for physical structure, in servers we will have databases. In databases we will have file groups and files, data files. In data files we will have extents. In extents we will have pages. So your table will be created on one page. So that will be explained. The hierarchy will be explained. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Yep. Till now, is it clear? Right. What is a field? What is a field, guys? Can anyone tell me what is meant by a field? What is a field?
It's a column.
That's it. Field is nothing but a column, guys. Every table is broken up into smaller entities called fields. The fields in the customer table consists of ID. See here, ID, name, age column, address column, salary column. Right? A field is a column in a table that is designed to maintain specific information about the every record in the table, guys. For example, if you see here, field always maintain a specific information, guys. This is a salary column. This is a salary column. It will just maintain a specific information about the salary. Field always maintain a specific information. Whereas a record, guys, records will contain complete information about that employee. Record contains complete information: employee ID, employee name, employee age, employee location, employee salary. Right? Records always will contain a complete information, whereas your columns always contain a specific information, guys. Clear? Are we good, guys? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Right, you can see this is your record. A horizontal entity is called a record or row. A horizontal entity is called a record or row. Record or row both are same, column or field both are same. Okay, and what else we have? Let's discuss about this data. Okay, so what we are storing, guys, generally in the database, we are going to store data only, right? We are going to store data. I told you SQL Server is an RDBMS software. By using this SQL Server, we can store the data, process the data, retrieve the data. Data. What is the data?
Data is nothing but information. That is called data.
Okay, fine. Very good. Data is nothing but information. See, data is nothing but a raw format, guys. Data is nothing but a raw format. Data is nothing but a raw format. If you see here, it's a raw data. Okay. And being a DBAs, you should know the importance of the data. Being a DBAs, you should know the importance of the data. I'll give you a just normal conversation, not related to the subject. So if you go to, yes, Shruti, very good, unprocessed data, very good. If you go to more supermarket, what they are going to do, guys? 1 minute, 1 minute. Hello? Sorry? Right. Okay. So you should know these things, guys. When you go to more supermarket or Reliance or Walmart, not sure in the US, guys from US, can you tell me if you go to any store, they are going to collect your mobile numbers and all? If you go to any store to buy something, to eat something, if you go to any store, they are going to collect your mobile numbers?
No.
No, right? But the
Yes.
worst part in India is, if you go to supermarket, if you go to some ice cream shop also, he will collect your mobile number. What he will do? Do you think what he will do? Can you guess, guys? What he will do with that mobile number?
Yes, sir. He will
Some
enter
data
those.
storage.
He will
Enter that all those
why
details.
why he will
Because
maintain
in
all those
future,
details?
because in future,
Save the data. Save the data.
want to.
Being a DBS, you should know this, guys. Information is wealth. I don't know how many of you saw that movie Boys. I don't know which year,
Yes,
2003.
sir.
So
I know,
Boys
sir.
movie. Okay, there is one quotation called "Information is wealth."
Yes, sir.
Information is wealth, guys. Really, believe me, guys. Okay, if you go to one saloon shop, also he is going to take the number. What he will do, you know? If you have a bald head, he will sell your number to, okay, some other companies. If you have a white hair, he will sell your number to some other companies. Guys, you don't believe me. Daily I'll get hardly 20 to 25 calls, marketing calls, promotional calls. Sir, do you want loan? Sir, do you want car loan, personal loan, home loan? Okay, and sir, do you want to invest in trading company? My trading, I have a trading account. That trading company sell my information to some other clients. So they used to call me daily. sir, are you interested to do trading? We will be there to help you out.
Also credit card.
Credit card information. And if I buy a car, I bought a car, so my car company sell my information to some other cleaning. So car cleaning companies will be there, right? Car cleaning company, car insurance companies. So one information can be sold in multiple formats. You should know the importance of your information, guys. Your information is not just an information, it's a wealth. Daily, now we are discussing, right? Daily, don't know how many people are selling your information. Daily, literally, people are going to sell your information 24/7, guys. Your email ID, your mobile number, your height, your weight, your color, okay, your physical appearance, everything they are going to sell. If you go to more, they are going to collect your mobile number. Why? Earlier across the India, stores will be there. So earlier what happened is, they don't know, in case if sales are down in one region, they used to give promotions across the India. They used to give ads across the India, right? If there is there is low sales in Karnataka state, they used to give ads across the India. So if you are giving ads across the India, means you have to pay a lot of money to the advertisements, right? Now what happened? In every store, we have more supermarket for every street now, right? So what happened? Now people are collecting your information, what items you are purchasing, they are analyzing your data. If you purchase 1 kg tur dal and if you used it for 1 month, okay, how much time he is using, how many days he is using this product, then they will start sending promotions to directly to your SMS. How much money they are saving? How much money they are saving? That is the worst part, guys. What worst part? There is no control for your information in India. There is no control. Don't give your number. Simply reject it. Scold them if they are asking the number. Why you need my number? Tell them I don't have number. They will insert their own organization member, or else more will have some default number. They will enter that number. Don't give your numbers, guys. Very important. Don't give your numbers. Knowingly or unknowingly, they are selling your data. As a DBA, you should know this thing. Okay, fine, right. So data is very important, right? What is data? It's a raw format, guys. It's a raw format. If you see here, this is just a raw format, an unprocessed data, as Shruti said. It's an unprocessed data. Can you understand anything by just looking this 10,000, Mahesh? Can you understand?
No, sir.
No, right? You don't know what is this, right? So if you process this data, what is meant by processing? If you add some context to this data, that is called information. So what is data? What is information, guys? What is data and what is information? So data means it will be in raw format, whereas information means it's a processed data. See here, the same data I just processed, I just added some attributes here. Earlier, you don't know what is this and all. Earlier you don't know this raw format data. Might be you can understand 1 or 2 values, Mahesh, IT and all. You don't know what is this KR from ABC apartments. But if I just added some context to this data, I gave one employee ID, I gave an employee name. IT means I added one context. IT means it's a department. ABC apartments KR is a address of that employee, and I added one attribute called salary. Earlier you don't know what is this 10,000. Now you can understand this 10,000 is a salary. This is called information. A processed data is called an information. Processed data is called an information, guys. So how you are going to process? By adding some attributes you can process the data. That can be done by your SQL server. SQL server will process your data by adding some attributes. Clear? Is it clear, guys? Earlier we don't have any format. Now you can see the data is like neatly formatted. Now you can understand this is an employee record. So who is having, like, the name of employee is Mahesh, working in IT department and staying in KR and he is getting 10,000 rupees salary. This is called information. Your database softwares will process the data, will add attributes to the data, so that will convert into an information, guys. Clear? Fine? Any questions? Chalo, okay? Fine, what we can do now, take the break. Okay, take the break, come back after 15 minutes. Okay, and we'll discuss 8:35, come back at 8:35. We'll discuss about this virtualization. We'll try to create virtual machines. Okay. Later we'll discuss about select queries, insert queries, create queries and all. We'll try to build the environment. Okay, now.
Shanmugh sir,
Yes, please.
for installation, that RAM should be 8 GB, correct?
It's not should be 8 GB. Initially it can be 4 GB.
Later it.
Later, after 1 month, we are going to start advanced concepts, right?
Yes, sir.
As of now, 4 GB is enough, guys.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir.
Yeah. So recording will be paused and just remind me.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So let's discuss about this. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we'll slowly jump into the demos. Okay. So for that, what I have to do, I want to install SQL Server, right? I want to install SQL Server. Now our next task is we want to install SQL Server. Okay, we want to install SQL Server. So we have some hardware requirements and software requirements. If you want to install any software, we will have some hardware requirements and software requirements, guys. We will have some hardware requirements and software requirements. Okay, so now I want to install a SQL Server, right? Where we can install the SQL Server? Where we can install the SQL Server? On Windows Server, right? So our practice, I'm not going to install it on the local laptop, guys. You can install directly in your local laptop also, in your Windows desktop operating system also, but that is not a correct process, guys. Okay, in the organization we'll maintain servers. Okay, so on Windows servers we'll install the SQL servers, guys. Chalo. So if I want to install SQL Server, I should have a platform, I should have a OS where I can install that operating system. Where I can install operating system, guys? We have already one operating system in our laptop, right? Windows 10, it's already there. So I'm not going to use that operating system. I'm going to use another operating system, Windows Server operating system. So I want to install 2 operating systems. Is it possible on your laptop? Can you install 2 operating systems?
No, sir, it's not possible.
Right, on one laptop you cannot install 2 operating systems, but actually it's technically it's possible, but the machine will be corrupted. Okay, your laptop will be gone. Don't ever install operating systems. Okay, so that is the main challenge. So what I need, I want to buy a new machine. How can I buy a new machine, guys? So here we have 2 types of machines. One is physical machine, second one is virtual machine. One is physical machine, second one is a virtual machine, guys. One is a physical machine, second one is a virtual machine. What is this physical machine? What is meant by physical machine? A machine that you can see, touch. Okay, you can feel. That is called a physical machine. You can see, you can touch, you can feel. That is your physical machine. Your laptop is your physical machine. You can see the laptop, you can touch the laptop, you can feel the laptop. So do you know virtual assistant? If you open any website, generally you can see virtual assistant, or in your Google, in our phones, in our Android phones, yeah, in our Android phones we have Google Assistant, virtual assistant. In iPhones we have Siri, virtual assistant. You cannot see Siri, you cannot touch Siri, but you can feel Siri, right? You can feel Google Assistant, right? So that is called virtually existed. It will exist virtually. You can see, you can feel it, but you cannot touch it. So based on the physical resources, your physical laptop will have RAM, right? Your physical laptop will have ROM, right? Your physical laptop will have CPU, right? For any machine, we need all these 3. RAM, ROM, CPU. These 3 are very important. Using these existing physical resources, we can create multiple virtual machines in your laptop. Using existing physical resources, you can create multiple virtual machines in your laptop. For that, we need one software called virtualization software. Okay, to create a virtual machines, using the physical resources of your laptop, we need one software called virtualization software. So in the market, can anyone tell me what and all virtualization softwares are there?
Oracle, sir.
Oracle, VirtualBox, VMware from VMware company, and Hyper-V from Microsoft again. Okay, Hyper-V from Microsoft again. You can use either of the software, guys. We are going to practice it on Oracle VirtualBox. We are going to practice it on Oracle VirtualBox. And in the organizations, people will use VMware. That platform can be anything. At the end of the day, we are getting machine or not. That's it. Got the point? Even though you are using VMware, at the end of the day, he is also going to create a Windows server. We are also going to create a Windows server. The platform, the software, either you can use Oracle VirtualBox, either you can use Hyper-V. Why? Because as a DBS, we are not responsible to do these things. This will be taken care by your Windows team. So whatever software can be, at the end of the day, server is available or not is important. By using Oracle VirtualBox, you can create virtual server. By using VMware, you can create virtual server. By using Hyper-V, you can create virtual server. So whatever software it is, no issues for us, whether at the end of the day machine is ready or not. Clear, guys? Then you will get a question, sir, can I create 100 machines, 100 virtual machines in my laptop? Is it possible? Can I create 100 virtual machines or 1000 virtual machines?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. If resources are sufficient, then
Very good, very good, very good.
It depends on the laptop specification.
Correct, correct. Yes, you can create n number of machines. Yes, you can create n number of machines. 1 minute, please. Hello? Vadina. Yes, okay. So you can create n number of virtual machines, guys. But in case if you are having specific requirements and if your system is supporting, see, if I have 100 rupees, I can share with you guys. Okay, I can give you 10 rupees to everyone. Okay, if I have 1000 rupees, again I can give 100 rupees to 10 people. Okay, it depends how much money I have, how many people I want to distribute, to how many people I want to distribute, right? In the same way, if you are having, if your machine, if your physical laptop is having enough resources, you can create n number of virtual machines. There is no limit, but it will depends on your laptop RAM. It will depends on your laptop ROM. It will depends on your CPU cores. If you are having 4 GB, if you are creating one virtual machine, it needs at least 1 GB, right? If you give 1 GB to virtual machine, how much it will be? 3 GB will be there. This 3 GB will be used it for local. If you are having high pressure on your local laptop, then your virtual machine will be slow and your laptop also will become slow. Both machines will become slow. Is it clear, guys? In one physical machine, we can create multiple virtual machines using a virtualization software. Right? So it depends how many VMs you want to create. It depends upon your laptop RAM, ROM and CPU cores. If you have a 16 GB laptop, chalo, you can create 4 VMs. For each VM, you can give 2 GB, total 8 GB. Remaining 8 GB will be used for local laptop. Balance 8 GB for local laptop also has to run, right? See, these 4 VMs will run in the local laptop. So in the local laptop, some processes will run, right, like this. In my local laptop, you can see how many processes are running. So to run all these processes, I need some RAM, right? I need some memory, right? So 8 GB can be used for VMs and remaining 8 GB for my local laptop. Is it clear? So if you have more RAM, more ROM, more CPU cores, you can create multiple VMs. If you have less RAM, less ROM, of course storage is not an issue, but less CPU cores, okay, you cannot create multiple, you can hardly create 1 or 2 based on your existing RAM. Is it clear what is meant by physical machine, virtual machine? Clear, guys?
Okay.
Clear, sir.
Okay, fine. So now what we are going to do, initially we'll install Oracle VirtualBox software. In my laptop it was already installed. So I am not going to install now. I am not going to uninstall and all. So if anyone connected from laptop, share your screen. I'll show you how to do that in case if you don't have Oracle VirtualBox. Anyone connected from the laptop?
Yeah, I connected from laptop.
Very good. You can share the screen. I will stop sharing. It's very easy, guys. Installing VirtualBox software is very easy. Okay.
Share.
Please and 1 minute. You can minimize this software that web WhatsApp. Chalo, done. So what you can do now? VMware workstation. Avinash, we are not going to touch VMware. So if you are good in VMware, you can practice it. Okay. And the challenge with VMware is it needs high resources. Okay. Why we are not using VMware? Okay. It needs at least 50 GB machine. It needs at least 2 GB RAM machine, 50 GB storage, 2 GB minimum. Otherwise, it will be very slow. But Oracle VirtualBox, you can create VM with 1 GB also. Very lightweight process. Oracle VirtualBox. So if you are using VMware, chalo, you can start using VirtualBox also. Okay. Fine. Now download Oracle Virtual. I want to install Oracle VirtualBox software, right? So first, what we have to do, we have to download it, right? Go to Google. Who is sharing? Ravikiran, right? Okay, chalo. Go to Google. Just open, type Oracle VirtualBox software.
Yes.
Or else let me take control of your laptop. Okay. Request remote control. Request.
Approve.
Just approve. That's it. Done. Thank you. And let me try accessing. You don't have Google Chrome, huh?
I have.
You have, right? Okay, chalo. Okay, Windows button. Chrome. Okay, done. Right, google.com. Okay, so simply type Oracle VirtualBox. Download Oracle VirtualBox. That's it. Okay, you will get a website from the Oracle. See, www.virtualbox.org. Okay, downloads. Go to here. And now see, the latest version is Windows 7.0.6. You can use it, or else if you want old versions, if your laptop is not supporting, I'll ask you to install old versions. So if you click here, you can see old versions. Okay, old versions like 6.1 and all. So for a Windows host, right, click on this Windows host, automatically it will be downloaded. So now I am going to use Windows VirtualBox version 7.0. We can use 6.1 also, no issues. Okay, no problem. So I am going to install it for Windows hosts, right, Windows machines, right. Click here, Windows host. That started downloading. It's a 105 MB file, will be quickly downloaded, guys. It don't take much time. Chalo, downloaded. Okay, go to folder. I hope in the downloads nothing personal is there, right, Ravikiran?
Yeah, you can use it.
Okay, chalo. Okay, so VirtualBox, you can see, right click, always open, run as administrator. Okay, always open, run as administrator, guys. Always open, run as administrator. So in case of any issues are there, permission issues or else some other errors are there, that can be fixed if you open any application with run as administrator mode. Okay, what happened needs okay, done. So it is saying you need C++ distributables and all, so you cannot install, no problem. Click OK, Ravikiran. I cannot click OK on the pop-ups. So what we'll do, we are going to, okay, we cannot access this one. Click finish also. I cannot access that one. Okay, chalo. Now click OK. Done. So let me go to this. I am going to install 6.1.42. It don't need any C++ distributables. Again, download this one. Chalo, 6.1.42 downloaded. Show in folder. Right click on this application, refresh it. You can see that software done. 6.1.42. Right click, run as administrator. Okay, just click yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot see pop-ups and all. Yes.
It's showing warning network.
No problem, no problem. Yes. Okay. Yes. Click yes.
Finish.
Yeah. Okay. So now what you can do next, you will get one pop-up, network related pop-up and all. Click on install.
Okay.
In case if you are getting any pop-up, network related pop-up, just click on install. Automatically network related pop-ups will be installed. You can see install, don't install, click on install. Okay.
Okay.
It is simple to install. Finished. That's it. Right, chalo. So once it is finished, it will create a shortcut on the desktop. Okay, this one you can see. Okay, now right click and run as administrator. Yes, click yes. Done. Thank you. Okay, done. So maximize, I cannot access this one. Okay, maximize this one. Chalo, now I want to create a new virtual. Click OK. Maximize this window. Chalo. Now this is just a virtualization software, guys, but before you should know something. What I will do, I will create one VM now, blank VM. Okay, virtual machine. So now I want to create one virtual machine, right? To create virtual machine only, right, we installed Oracle VirtualBox. Now I will create a blank virtual machine. Okay, how to create? Now you want to buy a new laptop, so you went to hardware shop and you just went to the store and you just bought a new laptop. So now you want to buy, you want to create a new machine, right? Click on that add symbol, plus symbol. So while buying the laptop, what specifications you will see generally? That plus symbol, right? You can see new plus right side, plus symbol, green plus symbol. You can see new, right? Star symbol. Here. This one. I'm able to access. Very good. Okay, done. Just click here. New add. Where is this new? This one new. Okay, click on the new button. I want to create a new VM, right? So generally, what will be the specifications if you are buying any new machine, new laptop and all? RAM, right? ROM, CPU cores. Okay, Intel CPU, 5th generation, 7th generation, 9th generation, right? You will check these specifications, right? Mainly you will check a RAM, how much RAM it is, you will check how much storage it is, and you will check how many CPU cores or which generation CPU and all, you will check it, right? Mainly these are the specifications while buying any laptop. So if you want to create any machine, again we have to provide all these three specifications. You have to give RAM, you have to give storage, and you have to give memory. So where we can see how much RAM is there, in our machine?
Properties.
Right? So if you go to task manager, there you can see, why I cannot access your laptop again? Okay, now you can see, right? On task manager you can see, go to performance tab, Ravikiran, performance tab. Yes, see now 16 GB RAM is there. Very good. It's a big machine, 16 GB. You can see second option, Out of 16 GB, 5.8 GB is used for internal purpose. Okay, can you see guys, second option, just highlight, Ravikiran. Out of 16 GB, okay, 5.8, 5.9 GB used for internal purpose and all. Now we can use the 16 GB to create virtual machine. Out of the 16 GB, you can give some RAM to the virtual machine. Got the point? Now I am giving a existing resources to my virtual machine. If you don't have 16 GB, you cannot create a 2 GB or 3 GB machine. Now Ravikiran is having 16 GB. So what I will do now, I am going to allocate 3 GB or 4 GB to the new machine. I can give 4 GB so that it will be fast. If you have 4 GB, can you give 4 GB to the new machine? If you have 4 GB RAM, can you give the whole 4 GB to the new machine? Tell me
No,
guys.
sir.
No, we cannot give. If you give whole 4 GB to the new machine, when you start that new machine, what will happen? The whole memory will be, okay, taken by your virtual machine. So your local laptop doesn't have any memory. So your local laptop will become slow. Got the point, guys? Any questions here, please? Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Clear.
No problem.
Everyone. So if you have more memory, allocate more memory to the VM. If you have less memory, allocate less memory to the VM. Again, local laptop also need memory. So don't give the whole memory to the VMs. Now close this one. Okay, now 16 GB is there, right? So no issues. Close this one. Now I want to give RAM, ROM and your CPU cores.
CPU.
Where we can see CPU cores, where we can see all this information, open run, type ms info 32. Where we can see RAM, CPU cores, where we can see in the run we can see, and what is the Windows operating system. So you can see here Windows 10 home. Okay, and if you see here i3 processor having 2 cores, i3 processor CPU, this is the processor, i3 processor with 2 cores, total 4 logical processors are there. Okay, so and if you expand, if you go down, you can see installed physical memory 16 GB. So you can see the specifications in the ms info 32, guys. What is the shortcut? Windows R ms info 32, guys. We are going to learn around 20 to 30 shortcuts. As a professional, you should always use shortcuts. Why? Because if you go and search, run, type ms info 32, you are going to put 4-5 years of experience. If you type like that, the people around you can easily identify. Try to use shortcuts. In our course, the whole course will cover around 20 to 25 shortcuts, guys. Believe me, real time people also will come to you and they will ask the shortcuts. Prepare separate notes for shortcuts that we are using. Okay, write down all the shortcuts, guys, so that you will be clear and you can help others also, your colleagues also. Now I want to give one name, right? I am creating one machine. I have to give one name, right? Name of the machine I have to give, right? Right, this is like batch 48. This is the name. Where I am going to store this file, in the C drive or D drive, where we have enough free space, we'll store it. In the D drive, we have enough free space, or E drive, only 15 GB, not sufficient. Okay, that is Google Drive. Okay, that's not a fixed drive. So in the D drive, I will store it. Okay, so what I will do in the D drive, I will create one folder. Control Shift N is the shortcut. Control Shift N is the shortcut to create new folder. Control plus Shift plus N. N means new. Okay, so batch 48. I am creating one folder called batch 48. That's it. Keep it as it is. Now I am going to change this machine folder to batch 48. Other, please be muted. Please be muted if you don't have questions. D drive, I created one folder in the D drive, right? Batch 48. Select batch 48 and select folder. 1 minute, please. Let me check. Ravikiran, is it you? Can you please go a little bit slow? No problem, Gayatri. No problem.
My side is clear.
1 minute, please. I'm getting some disturbance, not sure who it is. Ravikiran, okay. So, fine. Fine. Guys, is it clear till now? Please let me know. Gayatri, is it fine till now?
No, it was too fast.
It is too fast, okay. Tell me where you are missing now, tell me. So now what you have to do, create one folder in the D drive where we have enough free space. Okay, where we have enough free space in that drive, create one folder. Okay, is it clear? Fine, right? Right, chalo. Now what you can do, go to new, select new option, give the name. You have to give name. You have one name called Gayatri. Right, in the same way, if I want to refer this machine, I cannot say this machine, that machine, right? I have to give one name, right? So I am giving one name called batch 48. Chalo, is it clear now? Fine.
Fine.
Let me open Notepad. So when you are creating any machine, a physical machine, a file will be created. Okay, a file will be created for virtual machine. Okay, file will be created for virtual machine. Okay, so if you are keep installing softwares in that virtual machine, that file size will keep increasing. Simply it's a hard disk file, guys. Hard disk file, that's it. What is that file? It's a hard disk file. Don't worry if you are still having issues. This you are not going to take care in the organization. This will be done by the Windows team or VM team will be there. They'll take care of it. Sir, once I got the job, do I need to install the setup? No, you don't have permissions. You are limited to SQL DBA tasks. But in the practice, you have to practice all the things, right? We have to cover the environment. We have to create the environment, right? So for that purpose, you have to know these things. But in the organization, believe me, you don't have permissions also to touch the VM environment and all. Fine? Right. Chalo, now I am going to choose the folder, whatever folder we have created, choose that folder. It is there in the D drive. Go to D drive. Gayatri, if you have
Batch 48.
Raghuveer. Okay, right, batch 48, select, we just created one folder, right? Select that batch 48. In this folder, the hard disk file will be stored, guys. Okay, select folder. Chalo, next, what Windows operating system you want to install? What operating system you want to install? Microsoft Windows, Linux, Solaris, BSD, IBM OS2, Mac OS, other. I want to install Microsoft Windows. Why? Because SQL Server supports Microsoft OS only. Okay, until 2017, up to 2016. From 2017 onwards, you can use Linux also. Okay, but we are not going to cover any Linux. So, what version you are going to install? I am going to install 2022. Check whether we have 2022 or not. We don't have 2022. Chalo, we'll choose 2019. Okay, but nothing happened, guys. Here, see here, it will create an icon. I don't know how many of you can see here. 2019 icon it will create. You can choose anything here. You can choose anything here. Okay, the icon will be changed, but you can install any operating system. It's just to create one icon. That's it. If you choose 2016, but you can still install 2022. Or let me check other. We have other Windows. Okay, chalo. There is no confusion here. We don't have Windows 2022 in this list, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to use other Windows 64-bit. Okay, there is no confusion now. Next, now very important screen, RAM. How much RAM you want to give? Memory or RAM, both are same. How much RAM you want to give? I am giving
4 GB.
4 GB. You want to give 4 GB? You have 16 GB, right? You can give 4 GB. Right. Now you have to know this thing. Okay. Bits, bytes, KBs, MBs,
GBs,
GBs,
TB, terabyte.
TBs, PBs, HBs, right? Terabytes, petabytes, hexabytes, octabytes, OBs. Okay, so no need to learn all these things, guys. Just you should know some basics. Bits, bytes, KBs, and MBs. So anyone know the difference between these bits and bytes? How many bits is equal to 1 byte?
1008.
1008 or 1000?
1008. 8 bytes.
1024.
Bits 1000 only. Okay, 1000 bits is equal to 1k. Simply I'll mention
1024.
one bits is 1000 only. Okay, 1000 bits is equal to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to, from here onwards you will get it 1024, 1 KB.
Yeah.
Okay, 1024 KB is equal to
1 MB.
1 MB.
1
1024 MB is equal to, okay,
1
MB
GB.
is equal to 1 GB. 1024 GB is equal to 1 terabyte. Till terabytes are enough, guys. We don't use petabytes and all. Okay, 1024 terabytes is equal to 1 petabyte, guys. 1024 petabytes, 1 hexabyte. 1024 hexabyte is equal to 1 octabyte. We don't use hexabytes and all. Up to terabytes we'll use. Hexabytes, octabytes will be used in the space. Lot of data will be there, right? Lot of images it is going to process, right? So generally for weather calculations and for space and all, generally we'll use hexabytes and octabytes. Okay, chalo, now I want to give 2 GB 4 GB RAM. So I have to give in terms of MBs only. Now tell me how much RAM I have to, how much MB I have to give here. 4 GB I have to give. Okay, how much MB? Convert 4 GB into MBs. 1024 GB MB is equal to 1 GB, right? So 4 GB means how much MB?
4090.
4,090.
That's it. 4 into 9, 4 into, sorry, 4 into 1024 MB, which is 4096 bytes. If you are giving 3 GB, 3072. If you want to give 2 GB, 2 into 1024, 2048. If you want to give 1 GB, 1024. If you want to give 2 GB, 2048. If you want to give 3 GB, 3072. If you want to give 4 GB,
4098.
96. Okay, why he is having 60? Yes, please.
I have a doubt.
Please.
I think 8 bits is equal to 1 byte, right?
Sorry, I missed that one. I'm sorry. You are correct. Okay, you are correct. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, thank you for correcting me. Okay, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte, guys. I missed this one. Okay, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte, and then 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB. Yeah, remaining everything is same. Here 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Chalo, thank you, Monica. Right, here the maximum memory is 16,000, right? 16,000 MB is there. So I am giving 4 GB here. If you are having 4000 MB, give only 1 GB. Don't give more than that. Why? Because your machine will become very slow. Okay, chalo, I give the RAM, right? Next, create a virtual hard disk. Now create the virtual hard disk format will be .vdi format, virtual disk image file. Leave it as it is. Next, storage should be dynamically allocated. Keep it as it is. Don't give fixed size. What is the difference between fixed size and dynamically allocated? Sorry, fixed size means fixed size means, imagine you want to give hard disk 50 GB hard disk. So if you give 50 GB hard disk, where I created my machine? In the D drive, right? It will take complete 50 GB. Whether your machine is using 50 GB or not, it will take complete 50 GB from your D drive. So 830 GB minus 50 GB, how much? 780 GB will be the remaining free space. Total free space is 771, right? Total free space 771. Now 771 minus 50 GB, 721 free space will be there. Total 50 GB it will allocate, guys. Even though it is using or not using, it will lock that 50 GB to that VM. If you choose dynamically allocated, how much you are using, it will take that much only. How much you are using, it will take that much only. Okay, until cap of
Gets drive full.
Until not extra. If we are giving cap, right, 50 GB cap, Dynamically allocated 50 GB. Got the point? Dynamically allocated 50 GB means it will, if in case if you are using for 10 GB, it will use only 10 GB from D drive. So 761 GB free space will be there. If you are using 20 GB, 751 free space, 30 GB, 741 free space will be there, 741 GB. Okay, fine. Up to, you gave 50 GB, right? Up to 50 GB it can grow. That's it. You don't use the whole 770 GB free space. Got the point? You gave a cap, 50 GB cap. If you give 50 GB fixed size, the whole 50 GB will be allocated at a time. If you give 50 GB dynamically allocated, only how much you are using for that machine, that much storage only it will be used up to 50 GB. Clear? Guys, I will wait, no problem. If you have questions, let me know. There is no hurry, we have 2 months time. Please let me know if you have questions. Can we specifications after creating game? Very good question, Avinash. Can we change specifications after creating VM? RAM you can change at any time. RAM you can increase, you can decrease, but storage also you can change it, but you have to run separate commands. Okay, RAM, storage, you can see, you can change the specification after creating the VM also. Guys, I need response from you. Is it clear that dynamically?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Maunika? Not Maunika, Gayatri. Gayatri?
Yeah, totally lost from virtual machine installation. I was working on it, and so parallelly I couldn't make
No,
it.
no, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
They lost from it.
No, Gayatri, please, in that case, I cannot help you out if you are parallelly working. And guys, one more thing, working means you are doing office work or you are practicing.
No. Whatever you're saying, I'm trying
Don't
to
do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
We have recording sessions. Please, that is very bad practice.
Oh, you were just sharing the experience how it will be. I thought like you asked us to do, and I was trying to do that.
No, nothing, not required. This session is recorded, so will be available after this session, okay, after this class, so you can watch it and you can practice it. Guys, this is very important point. I want to cover this. Don't practice, okay, during the class. If you want, you can write down the notes. That will be very helpful. But if you keep on practicing parallelly, means you will lose main points and all. Again, it will create a lot of confusion. Okay, so don't ever practice. Don't worry at all. We have 5 days, weekdays. You can practice 5 into 24 hours. You can practice like anything, but concentrate on the things that I am just discussing. Okay, fine?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you still don't know what is dynamically allocated, what is fixed size, leave it. Dynamically allocated is good. How much you want, that much only it will be useful. If you choose fixed size, even though you are not using, it will allocate the whole 50 GB. It will eat the whole 50 GB. Dynamically allocate means how much you want, that much only you can eat. Remaining free space will be there in the OS. Okay. Chalo, next. And where you are going to store it, I have already gave the path, right? In D drive, in the batch 48 folder, it will create one VDI file, batch48.vdi, and how much storage you want to give. I want to give 30 GB, you can give 30 GB. 30 is easy, 30 GB is enough, guys, not more than that. Hardly 30 GB is enough. 30 GB is enough, okay? We'll use hardly 20 GB, but again giving extra 10 GB. That's it, create it. Now you bought a new laptop. This is your new laptop, virtual laptop. That's it. Any questions in creating VM now? Any questions in creating VM?
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Clear, right? Everyone, please.
Okay.
Very simple, but again, if you don't know whatever settings I just selected, select those settings only and don't worry about this. This will be done by the Windows team. Chalo? Right? Yes, Ravi, you can stop sharing. Thank you. I'll do it for you, okay? No problem. Can we re-alter? Okay, this was done, right? This question was discussed. And let me share my screen. Now I'll tell you the process in the organization. when you are creating a virtual machine, what exactly, when you are creating a, when you want to install a SQL server, what process will follow generally? We'll discuss that process in the evening session. Slowly we'll create the VM. Okay, we have already created the VM, we have to install operating system, that will be discussed in the evening session. Now we'll discuss what is the process involved in creating a virtual machine, in installing a SQL server. Process is very important, guys. That is the difference between a fake and a fresher guy, a fake and an experienced guy. In the organization, we'll follow process for every requirement. Now we have a client called Philips. Imagine we have a client called Philips. Philips client is going to give you one work. He will raise one ticket. He will raise one ticket. Hey DBA team, please install SQL Server 2022. That is his ticket, guys. Please install SQL Server 2022 and let us know once done. This is the requirement from Philips client. So if you want to install SQL Server 2022, you should have Windows operating system, right? If you want to install Windows operating system, you should have VM, right? Right? So first we have to create VM. Who will create VM? This will be done by the VM team. There will be different teams in the organization. VM team or Windows team. This step, what is the steps is? What are the steps involved in here? Step 1, create VM, done by VM team or Windows team. Step 1, create VM, done by VM team or Windows team. Step 2, install operating system, Windows operating system. This will be again done by Windows team. Okay. Step 3, enable some network shared paths and all. Enable some shared folder. We have to enable shared paths, some network paths and all. So this will be done by the network team. Okay, your ticket will goes to network team, guys. Enabling networks. Okay, this will be done by the network team. Once everything is ready, sometimes we'll have storage also. Storage team will be there. They are going to add the storage. Step 4, okay, adding storage, done by storage team. Step 5, finally it will come to you, DBA team. Now once everything is ready, now you have to start installing SQL Server. All these steps done by different teams. Creating VM done by Windows team. Installing operating system done by Windows team. Enabling network and shared paths done by network team. Adding storages done by storage team. Once everything is ready, finally the machine will comes to you. You have to simply install SQL Server. That's it. So in our practice, we don't have Windows team, network team, storage team, right? We are the Windows team. During our practice, we are the Windows team, we are the network team, we are the storage team. So every setting will be done from our side only. So you will learn extra things from Windows side, from network side, from storage side and all. But believe me, we don't have permissions to touch any of these things. Each team will have different roles and responsibilities. They don't, sir, I know how to add storage. They don't give you permissions. For that, there is a separate team. They will take care of it. If you interfere in one team task, that team will interfere in DBA task. Is that okay if storage team is doing something in the database servers? Not okay, right? Your technology is database,
Yes.
committed to do database activities. So forget about all these things. Till now we just discussed this one. We have created VMs and we are going to install Windows operating system. This is the next step. Once this is done, we'll enable the networks. Okay, once this is done, we'll enable the networks, then we'll add the storage. It was already added. Then finally I'll tell you guys, from this point our work will start. Then if you are still having issues, stop me and ask your doubts and all. Now if you have any doubts, you can also now you can ask, but don't worry, if you are still not getting, don't worry, this is not done by us. Okay, creating VMs and all. Chalo guys, any questions here please?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
You can ask your questions, guys. We have 10 minutes time. That's it. I'll stop here. You can ask your questions in the evening session. We have created VM, right? We'll install operating system in the evening so that we can practice. We'll create VM and we'll connect to the VM using RDP. What is RDP and all I'll explain. Finally, we can proceed with the SQL Server installation maybe in the next weekend. And guys, very important point. That's it. Demos are done. Total 7.5 hours demos, around 7 hours demos. Okay, so demos are done. 3 classes I gave you demo as promised. So you people has to confirm me before evening. Those who confirmed, they will get a new meeting link. You people have to confirm me. Don't confirm me at 6:55. There are some formalities, right? Sir, I am interested in your classes. People will send at 6:55. What I have to do at 6:55? Right? Don't confirm me by 6:55 p.m. Class is at 7 p.m. right? People are smart. They will confirm me by 6:55 p.m. Okay, don't confirm me. Confirm me before evening, like before 5 p.m. and all, so that we'll complete some formalities. Okay, then we can proceed in the evening session, guys. If you have any question, I'm happy to help you. No issues for me. And please fix all your doubts and all. Then we can proceed. Yes,
I'm sorry. Can you please repeat the final demo? What do you mean by that, please?
Which one? Demo. Okay, okay. Krista, we have 3 demo classes generally. So you don't know, right, how I am teach you and all. So you want to attend demo classes, right? So yesterday's classes, yesterday morning and evening, and today morning. Okay, so these 3 classes, first 3 classes generally demo classes, and 4th class again the class will continue from where I left now. Okay, but people has to confirm whether you are interested to continue my classes or not. Demo means,
okay.
Yeah, it's a kind of a sample how my classes will be.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Fine. Any questions? Any doubts? Yes, you can use Windows. Someone asked Oracle 6. You can use Oracle 6 also. No issues, Mike. Chalo. Any questions, please? No questions?
Sir, Avinash here.
Yes, please, Avinash.
So while creating VM, you have chosen the VDI format. .VDI.
Correct.
Can you proceed for other formats like
See,
VHD?
generally VHD, VMDK, other 2 formats, VDI, VHD, VMDK, will prefer using VDI, virtual disk images, so that you can attach that image later also in case if you want to reuse that image, you can use the same VDI image to add it later. Okay, so that's why we'll prefer creating disks in the form of .VDI, virtual disk image. You can reuse that images. That is the main advantage.
I heard in if we use VHD format, it will be easier for working Azure side.
To be frank, I don't know. I don't have much knowledge in the Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, this is not our corner, right? Might be you have an idea. So if we reuse VMD something in VMDK format, it is much easier. But I don't feel any difficulty. The same VDI image I can say, I can double click, I can simply attach it. Yeah, I don't know how VMDK will work. Okay. Why? Because this is not our corner, right? So we are limited to create the VMs and we are limited to add the VMs. That's it. If you feel that VMDK is more easier, then you can go with VMDK. The format can be anything. Yeah.
So one more thing, in today's evening session, we are supposed to install SQL Server, no? So for that purpose, we need to download software.
See, nodes, softwares, everything will be provided by me. Okay. So once you confirmed, then I'll share, once the formalities are completed, then I'll share the nodes and I'll share the software links. So you can directly download the softwares from the links that I'm going to provide.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, no problem. Okay. Any questions, please? Guys, classes will be like this, slow only, slow and smooth will go. Don't worry at all. So we have 2 months time. I'll take my own time. So I'll explain everything clearly. Okay. Don't worry about these classes and all. I'm going to take care of it. Just support me for 2 months again. I'll do everything from my side. You have to do everything from your side. Finally, we'll see why we don't get the job and all. Okay. So only thing is I need some dedication from your side. I'll be dedicated, guys. Even we have holidays also, I use it to take the classes and all. There will be no gaps in the classes. It will be continuous classes only until and unless if it is a big holiday, big festival and all. Okay. So generally classes, continuous sessions will be there. So don't worry about this. And exactly class will be started at 7 o'clock. Meeting link will be opened at 7 o'clock. 7 to 7:05 I'll wait, and then we'll proceed for the sessions. This is how it will be. So don't worry. I'm not going to it's not a kind of fast track and all. So if you are feeling trouble, difficulty, let me know. I'll slow down the things and you can get the things. Okay, chalo. Fine, guys. Please confirm me before evening 5 p.m. today, so that we'll complete the formalities and we'll proceed further. Huh? Fine.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes. Chalo, guys. I'm going to close the meeting. Bye all.